underneath the pig. And then switching to a small round brush back into that very dark colour. Now it's difficult to see this little guy's eyes in the reference, but what I'm going to do is just try and hint at where they are. Don't want to make him look too angry. And then grabbing the pure ultramarine blue, and then I've got a little bit of a run going down through the pig there. So I'm just going to spray pure ultramarine blue on my palette though, not on the paper. And then having cleaned my flat brush out, just going to try and gently just put a little bit of light texture in there with that blue. And then with this very wet technique, it's difficult to see exactly what you've got until you let the paint completely dry. But I'll grab some of the burnt umber with my little round brush, and we'll just add a few little jagged bits of straw. Okay, and then we'll let that one dry. All right, so here's the first 10-minute pig painting, now that it's dry. And there's some bits of this I definitely like. So I like the lightness of touch around the head. So I don't think I'm going to do too much more to that. I don't mind the body too much either. Although, I mean, strictly speaking, we could do with some darker shadows here and there. So what I thought I would do is I've got an indigo watercolor marker. And if you happen to see the video last Sunday, I used some watercolor marker on top of acrylic to kind of enhance some lines. Well, I thought I'd do a similar technique and just enhance some of the deepest shadows with the indigo. So I don't want to lose the freshness of what I've done. The other thing I don't like is, if you remember, I tried to disguise this run through the midriff there. And yeah, they worked to some extent, but not that well. So let's use some of this marker, just kind of break that up a little bit, put a bit of texture in, and I think that works a little bit better now. But we'll also come up here, just break that line up here and there. I could probably do with a little bit of definition around the edge of this ear, but I don't want to go too crazy because, as I said, I don't want to mess up the lightness of touch. Now, the bit which perhaps hasn't worked quite as well is the straw, but you know, given the given the self-imposed time crunch, I don't think it's too bad. So we can just add a little bit of texture, not texture, just a little bit of line work, I guess, really, just to help convey the idea that this might be straw or grass that the animal is in. And then for that one, I think I'm going to leave that. I don't want to kind of mess with it too much. This kind of a looseness, and where I've sprayed the paint with water, there's this sort of speckling. And I've even got some sort of lovely wispy bits coming off of the edge of the animal, so it kind of makes it look alive and energetic. So, you know, I'm fairly happy with that one, I think, you know, for the time scale.